day one, a violent vertical edge setter.
I see some gas on the edge. Get that mindset to put your shoulder on somebody. Dig, drop. You're finished. Hey, first down. This is weird. Get worse than that, sorry.
Here we are again. What's up, guys? Welcome to this week's installment of the After Hours Jets Fest. My name is GreenBean, or as Mikey Mouse says, GB, and I'm happy that you are here. It is currently 10:32 on November 15th, a couple days before the Jets shake the monkey off their back. The monkey named the New England Patriots. We are mere days away from this terrible phase of our fandom being over. I have every confidence that this is the week. Now, to be fair, to be honest, I felt like that last time we played them too. But since we lost last time, and the way that we lost, I feel even more confident now that we're going to be able to get over this hurdle. Don't you feel confident? If Zach Wilson didn't just decide, after a really impressive beginning, if he didn't just decide, hey, I'm going to completely lose my marbles, run backwards, which no quarterback does in the history of the NFL, outside of one play here, one play there. Nobody does this. Zach decides to do that for 3 straight quarters, running backwards, going nuts, and just throwing picks, even on when he, throwing passes out of bounds. He still got intercepted. That's not going to happen again. That's not going to happen again. The entire team, the entire rest of the team, even with mistakes, were able to show us they are able to outclass the New England Patriots. The one thing they have over us, the one thing is Bill Belichick. That's it. Everything else, we are better than them. Our offensive line, even with its injuries, can nullify their defensive line. Our wide receivers are better than their wide receivers. Our running backs are better than their running backs. The quarterback, Mac Jones, while I believe he's limited, he's got a ceiling. The thing that he's able to do that Zach has not been able to when playing the Pats is just play smart, efficient football. That's it. But who can deny Zach Wilson is a better prospect? He's got so much more in the tank than Mac Jones. Look at our defense versus their offense, man. Our defensive line is going to, and it did. They got 6 sacks last time, and that was among numerous pressures and quarterback hits. We had a pick 6 taken away. Like, there's so much. And like Dark Soul just says, GreenBean is here, and we are going to talk about this. It's going to be great, and I think we're going to win. So let me know, are you guys feeling as confident as I am? Are you guys feeling nervous? What are you feeling? Let me know in the chat. Snowball says we are all here. What's up, guys? Ron Duffney is here. Hey, Ron. How you doing, buddy? Jets Mess is back. It's good to see you. Aim. Hey, Aim. Yeah, man, it's been a while. I don't think I've seen you in a while. It's nice to have you back. Truly. Now, I apologize for the lighting. The truth is about 5 minutes before the stream started, it was like this, and I just couldn't do it. My eyes, the last 2 hours and change, I just can't. It's like it hurts. It hurts. It's like, So I just I tried to lower it. That didn't work. And I was like, oh, that's too blue, though. Too purple. Go like this. How's that? Just a little softer, a little lower, a little softer. I hope that's okay. So I see Big Green. He said he's out of chocolate covered nuts. Is that what you said, Big Green? I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. As a matter of fact, my nut supply just got replenished this evening. huge bag of mixed nuts and a whole bag of macadamia nuts. And I like to take raisins, mixed nuts, macadamia nuts, and make my own. That's what I like to do. Every now and then I even throw in some granola. We'll see. But Big Green is feeling pretty confident. I like to see that. I like that, Big Green. I trust Big Green. Jets chaos. Jeremy's here. What's up, Jeremy? 23-6 Jets, not nervous in any way. That's fantastic. See, like, and isn't it, Jeremy, you can tell me, and you guys too, isn't it spooky to feel that confident? I just feel like I'm like jinxing it or something. That's what I feel. I don't want to feel that way, but I do feel that way. I really do. I really do. Get Mo Bob is back. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. Hello, GreenBean, or Mr. GreenBean. Thank you, sir. Now let's not tip off our plays to. I know. Did you guys catch that? I made a video about it. What Get Mo Bob is referencing is the fact that CBS literally showed and zoomed in on our coach showing the onside kick, where it was going to go. He was talking to the players, showing your responsibilities here, the whole thing. They zoomed in on it, then slowly panned out. Bill Belichick heard about this, called a timeout, reviewed it, and knew exactly what was going on. It's like crazy. That's the thing. Number one, he's such a fucking cheater, isn't he, man? This guy. Like, it's terrible. Now, technically speaking, is that cheating? Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, is it like looking at a broadcast? Like, I don't know, man. It's just any opportunity to be a snake, he does it. He's such a piece of garbage. He really is. Greatest coach of all time. He's garbage. Look at him without Tom Brady. Like, that's the thing. Not to diminish his prowess, right? Very good defensive mind, all the stuff that he is. But like, you take away the cheating and the greatest quarterback to ever play, and look, he's pedestrian. They don't have 20 Super Bowls or whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? They have maybe one. Seriously. He's such a piece of garbage, Gitmo. I really believe that. He's a bad person. Bad person. And we need to go in there, Salah, with all his good-hearted sportsmanship. He needs to go in there and batter him. That's what I want to see. Snowball says Smack Jones. There you go. Dark Soldier, Mac Jones is 28th interception or in the league in quarterback rating. 20, I know, right? But that's the thing. It's like he just like in the game against us. Let me just keep it to that. He wasn't a great quarterback. He just gave them what they needed him to give them. Now, he threw one pick, and then he threw a pick six that was nullified. But that's the thing. Like I was saying, my videos after that game, if Zach Wilson gave us what Mac Jones gave us in that game, not the 350, we don't need any of that stuff. We just needed what Mac Jones gave us or gave them, and we win that game. I believe that. I believe it. Let's see. Mutt Viles. What's up, Mutt Viles? Good to see you. He says 7-3, first in the. I'm with you, buddy. It's going to be nice to see that, right? Matthew says 6-2 the rest of the way. Home playoff game. Here we come, without a doubt, in the realm of possibility. I agree. Now, look, it's an uphill battle. Let's be real, right? I mean, just the fact of losing 4 games or 5 games all season is, especially in a 17-game season, is kind of ridiculous to even ponder for Jets fans. But the truth is, we stay healthy the rest of the way. We already lost some major components. We stay, by and large, healthy the rest of the way. And I believe we can compete with any one of those teams. And most of them, there's an argument to say we're better. Snowball says confidence levels 10 out of 10. Up and away, 2641. Jets all day, baby. I'm with you. Ronald Perry, yeah. We off up in here. That's good. R&R wants to crush the Pats. Hey, Bleeding Greens here. What's up, man? DeBoer 2730 says nerves will always be in full effect with New England. Now it's even more heightened because of the expectation. And you know what else, DeBoer or DeBoer, is that like the implications are serious, man. Quite literally, we win and we are in first place alone. We lose, and look, the Dolphins are playing the Texans. The Bills are playing the Browns. More than likely, they're both going to win. We lose and literally go to fourth place in the AFC East. Literally. Iowa Jets fans here. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Twisted's here. Aaron says, little nervous for this game, not going to lie. Maybe that fades as the week goes on. I don't know if it's going to, Aaron. I think it might increase, quite frankly. I think it's going to get worse. I know it will over here. As the game inches closer, I'm going to get more and more nervous. I want this one so bad that it's like, you know the old saying, right? You know, expectations are just resentments in waiting. Expectations are resentments in waiting. And I'm nervous about that. Let's see. Aaron says 13-10 Jets. GVH, I say that's Greg Van Halen. Feeling good, GreenBean, but just feel like they improved getting Barrymore, Duggar, and Andrews back, and we got to execute better. Oh, sure. Oh, you hear that whistle? Sorry about that. Shh. See, I don't know how it happens. Yeah, but even with that, Duggar in particular, for me, I still think even with that, man, we have the talent to beat them. We also have, the belief, like this is a young, excited team. You know what I mean? And they believe. And they lost a tight one. Like they lost one that they knew they could have won. They knew they had it. Like I said before, there was no point in that game until the end that I really believed we weren't going to win. I felt like we were going to win. I was calm almost the whole time. I mean, I got upset about this or that, the other thing. But, it's like crazy. I was like, of course we're going to win this game, especially after Zach came out and with that first drive and that touchdown to Conklin was beautiful. Remember that? Beautiful pass. I was like, oh my God, this kid, he's here. And then he just degraded before our eyes. Aim says the Jets have had 2 weeks to hype themselves up for the revenge game. I don't think anything is stopping them. The players are so locked in, not just yapping like Jamal Adams would. I could not agree more. The only thing I'll say to that, Aim, is that the Patriots also had 2 weeks. They had the bye week at the same time. This is the first time that happened in a long time. That we both have the bye week and are playing each other on the back end of that. So they've had 2 weeks too, and they already beat us. So they're only 1 week, 1 game removed from beating us in our house. So they're going home. They feel pretty good, I bet. And like was said, they're getting a few players back. Ablab. What's up, Ablab? It's good to see you. He says he's a miserable turd. Talking about Belichick. I agree. That's right, Billy SBC. Don't underestimate Bill Belichick's determination to win and harm the Jets. It's the truth. It's the truth. Twisted's loving all the faith. Yeah, man, it feels good. He does hate the Jets. Mutt Files, we need to have a statement win against the Pats, like 40-10. Like, right, Mutt Files, like, let's be clear. A win is a win, right? And we know that. We win by a quarter point if that were possible. I'd take it. But beating Buffalo, going into Foxborough and beating them like something like 42-10, 35-17 would send shockwaves through the NFL. The Jets are for real. Let me get New York super fan is here. He's excited. All right, man. This is great. You guys are the best. I see 3 amigos popping in. Jets Chaos, that's Jeremy, or better known as 49ers Chaos. The penalty on JFM crushed us. We were on the way to beating them easily. I agree. That penalty shook the entire momentum out of the crowd, out of the whole thing. We were going to go into the half 17-3. Instead, it was 10-6. And the wind had been kind of taken out of ourselves. Then Zach and don't forget, he threw the pick right before all that. Like, so we had the ball. We had like what, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. We were going to go down there and get some points. Zach throws that very ill-timed and ill-advised pick. And then that whole melee started. Then we took it back. So there was all kinds of energy and and we lost it. Let's see. Braden. Hey, Braden, what's up? 41-14 Jets has a nice ring. It does, Braden. I think I like that. Braden's got a good point. 41-14 does have a nice ring. You want to know why, Braden? Because it's a palindrome, my friend. And palindromes are they're always welcome, unless it was the other way. Then I hate palindromes, right? Let's see. Let's get Mo Bob saying here. GreenBean, remember when Belichick would send a flunky into opposing locker rooms during the game to look for anything that would help? Yeah. Then teams would leave false info. Yeah, dude, it's like, think about how you have to do, like the fact that you have to think like that with this guy. He's such a slime ball. He really is. Then there was the whole thing, like everybody's headsets malfunction in Foxborough for years. What is that? How can this be allowed? Like the NFL sends such a terrible message out that, like through the ranks and that, like they just even though they punish him, they continue to let him do this. They continue to let him do it. They should have banned him. He should have been banned for a full season. That's seriously. And not just because I'm a Jets fan and I don't like dude, he's been caught cheating numerous times. How many times do you have to catch someone cheating? And look, you guys know this. We're not fools here. If you've been caught 4 times, that's pretty much an indicator that you've cheated 20 times, 30 times, more. If it wasn't for Mangini blowing that whole spot up, he never would have been, it's like the whole, like the seal wouldn't have been broken. The dam wasn't smashed. Mangini, who was in his inner circle, came out and dared him to do it. He did it, and he blew the doors off. And then Goodell loses all the tapes. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. And they just continue to let it happen. So think about this. Up until Mangini did that, Bill Belichick had been cheating the whole time. That's why Mangini told everybody, this is what he does. And not to me, man. I mean, Bill Belichick should have had the wherewithal to not do it to Mangini. Like Mangini said, dude, like, that's the pompous, the cockiness. He said, yeah, I know, I'm still going to do it. What are you going to do? It's crazy. Mark from Asbury Park. Hey, buddy. Weed the people. Hey, it's all right. A late night video, man. Iowan saying dirty words. I'll leave it there for 1, 2, 3 seconds. If you didn't read it, you're beat. Brian Lemos. What's up, Brian? Step on their neck, Bluto. I love it. I don't care how many points we score. I want our defense to shut them out. 0 points at home. I would love it, dude. I would love it. Ryan Wooldridge, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, douse the Jets could sign Amari Rodgers after Packers. All right. The Jets could sign Amari Rodgers after Packers release him. Do I think we could? Sure. Would we? I don't know. I mean, do you think Amari Rodgers is better than who we have right now? I liked Amari Rodgers coming out, right? Let me just see what his stats are. I haven't really. Oh, so they already I didn't even see that, man. I've been in a cave. So they released him. Let's see what his stats were. I'm real curious. Amari Rodgers. He's got a total of 4 receptions, man. You know what I mean? He's only got 7, 8 targets, 4 receptions. for a grand total of how many yards is this? Let me see. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like, do you think that's worth, bringing him in to shaking out? Like, we have some real talent at the position, Ryan. Really. We have some real talent. So it's like, we don't have any real holes. I mean, if you wanted to, like, I don't know, at the bottom end, like bring him into the practice squad, let Irv Charles go, something like that, maybe, sure. But I don't think we would want to pick up Amari Rodgers dude, we have too many, even with Corey Davis out. Like, we still have Denzel Mims coming off the bench. You know what I mean? Like, now granted, injuries can happen, right? We're really hoping that no more happen. But shit, man, like we have a pretty good group. Kelly McTavish, what's up, Kelly? He says, honestly, Bean, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No, I disagree, bro. I disagree 100%. That's me. Maybe, it is what it is. I disagree, Kelly. I think that mindset, just like it ain't personal, it's business, like that gives people the excuse to be complete shitbags. Like, I don't like that. Like, I understand personal and business don't mix. I get it. I'm not an idiot. I know but the idea that you can completely screw someone or fuck them over or hurt them, and say, hey, it's not personal. Like, okay. All right. It's like there's these outs, right, Kelly? If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't know. I don't agree. I think go ahead. I'd like to be the team that go ahead and try to cheat on us. We're still going to punch you square in your face and knock you silly. That's what I like. Look, I'm old, right, Kelly? I'm old. I'll be 50 this year. So I have antiquated ideas. I get it. It's not that cheating is new, but like there's a mentality, like sportsmanship isn't quite what it used to be. You know what I mean? What's up, Salty Nuts? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. We guys see a super chat. So as you guys know, I appreciate all the comments. If you haven't liked the video, I appreciate that. It helps a great deal with what we're trying to accomplish here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. It's greatly appreciated. But I try to get to as many comments as you see. I mean, as I can, you see that I do that. But super chats will be guaranteed to be read. I do my absolute best to make sure if you contribute to the channel in that way, I'm going to get to it. All right. So thank you, Jason. Thank you, Ryan. We will destroy New England on Sunday. Mr. Jason Edwards is confident. We will destroy New England on Sunday. JETS. Let the refs choke on their love for New England. Dude, Jason, how tired are you of the Pats being like babied and being allowed to hold and stuff like that? Now, the good news, since Tom Brady left, it's been a little bit better. And it has. You have to admit. But it's still lopsided in their favor. It really is. Like, even that fucking roughing the passer, man, that was bullshit. That was serious bullshit. I get it. Like, when I saw it, I said, of course, they're going to call that. But yeah, man, the whole idea, dude, for years, Patriots would have this great offensive line because they were literally allowed to hold. They were allowed to hold. I mean, there's egregious examples like pulling on defensive ends like this right in front of the ref. Nothing, because it's Tom Brady. Too important to the NFL. Nope, it's fine. That's why most of the time, when Patriots offensive linemen go elsewhere, they get these big contracts, they suck. Look at the most recent example is Trent Brown. He's back. I don't even know what his stats were, but he certainly wasn't the dominant left tackle that they wanted. They let him go. Like, come on, I think they cut him. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I feel like they even cut him, and the Patriots re-signed him. Come back over here. He's great because they're allowed to hold. It's bullshit. Let me catch up here. Zach plays half as bad as he did last time. We win. Right. It's funny how you said that, Sully. I'm sorry. I got the hiccups, man. I'm dying over here. It's a good way to say it. If Zach plays half as bad, right? Only half as bad as he did. I agree. That's why in that game, you guys remember I was a little bit out of character. I've been saying for the whole time since that Zach's been here, guys, we're talking about benching him last year. I'm like, look, if he is going to be our quarterback, and they've already chosen to start him, I think you just start him and let him take his lumps. That's what you do. Now, I feel the same way about this season. The only difference is we have a legitimate team that can win. So if Zach is the only, like if he's the weak link, week in, week out kind of thing, then you got to consider it, right? Because you can't sacrifice the whole team. Then you'd lose the team. But in the Patriot game, the beginning of the fourth quarter, Mike White was standing on the sideline. Now, remember, they decided out of nowhere to just promote Mike White and demote Joe Flacco. They elevated Streveler and then made him inactive. Bunch of weird craziness. But Mike White was on the sideline at the beginning of the fourth quarter with his helmet on. Why? Right? Was it to spook Zach? I don't know, but he was there with his helmet on, standing on the sideline. So it looked to me like he was ready to go in. Now, my thoughts were, this game is so attainable, so within reach, that all we would need to do is simply hit the dump-offs, simply hit the checkdowns, the 10 yards and under, and we will win this game. So I was in favor of Zach being benched for that fourth quarter. He starts still our starting quarterback, come in Buffalo, the whole thing. But I thought that we should consider it because that's how reachable the game was. Now, it didn't happen. And I think it's probably better, even though I still think we could have very, very well won the game. I think it's better. Zach got to really absorb that feeling, and then look, he came out in Buffalo. He's a completely different quarterback. I just hope that we don't deal with that bipolar kind of quarterback. It's really good one week, then he's solid, and then he's terrible, then he's solid, then he's really good. I don't want that. It's like Sam Darnold, right? He come out. Remember, he came off mono. He lit up the Cowboys. We were like, yeah, our guy's back. The next week, he saw ghosts. He had 94 yards or whatever, 84 yards, something. Chris KV, thank you for the super chat, my friend. It feels like this game is a perfect measuring stick game for Zach in regard to evaluating his play. This team's gotten the best of him. Let's see if he can put it to bed and continue to grow. That is such a great point. And I was talking about that a little bit in the Jets Talk 24/7 stream that we just ended with Matt O'Leary and Ryan. I was saying that, like, since Zach has been here, it's really amazing because he had no history with the Patriots. None. But he comes to the New York Jets. The Patriots have dominated us. I mean, we have 1 or 2 victories in 10, 12 years. The last time we were up on them was 2010 when we beat him in the playoffs. That was it. After that, Rex never beat him again, I don't think. Maybe once. I don't think he did. So Zach comes here, and it's like he just assumed the role of like bewildered Jets quarterback. It's like we didn't skip a beat. Sam Darnold seeing ghosts. Zach comes in his first game, throws 4 picks. Then we get drubbed 54-13. Then he comes in this week, and this year he looks really good. Then all of a sudden he throws 3 picks and he's running backwards. Like, I've never seen anything like it. But if he can come out, this is such a big game for him. Now, it doesn't mean his career is over. It doesn't mean our season's over if we should lose. But I'll tell you what, it would really go a long way toward, like Chris is saying here, putting it to bed. Like I said at the beginning, shaking off the monkey. Get off my back, man. And all you got to do is calm the hell down. Calm down. And just play efficient football. Don't make mistakes. If you're going to throw it away, get it the fuck out of bounds. Okay? If you're having pressure, run forward. That's all. Instead of running backward, trying to extend the play and all that jazz, just run forward. Get 3 yards. Get 6 yards. Like in Buffalo. Look, he did it like what, 4 times? He got a couple first downs. I think he got 3 firsts. 3 or 4 maybe. Yep. So, I mean, think about that. It's 4th or 3rd and 4, and you're running around making it a 4th and 26. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Just if pressure breaks down, the protection breaks down, just take off. And it just so happens that the Patriots have been eaten alive by that all year. Why are we the only team running backwards? So, Zach, I really do believe that he can and will overcome this obstacle. And like Chris said, put this to bed. I really do believe it. I really do. And I was that thought was emboldened by his performance in Buffalo, man. Leonard Fries says, GreenBean, you're the man. Well, thank you, Leonard. I sincerely appreciate that. I love you guys, man. I really do. Like, you don't even know. Like, I so appreciate the support. It's insane. I don't know if I told you guys. I mentioned it, but I'll tell you. I didn't think that this channel was going to really be anything. I was making videos for Jetnation. And I just figured, hey, let me just, because this way I can do my own thing. Like Jetnation has their protocols. You know what I mean? Like I love Jetnation. I have no issue or anything, but they have things, they want things a certain way. And I respect the hell out of that. So I just said, I'd like to go and I'm going to have my own idea, and just kind of do my own wacky shit. So I thought I had a goal of 1,500, 2,000 subs my first year. I said, if I can get to like 2,000, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. And I could like monetize the channel. I mean, make a few bucks kind of a thing. And then all of a sudden it was like 6,000, I think it was in the first year, 5,000, maybe 5. And then now December 31st is my 2-year anniversary. And I can realistically get to 10,000 subs. I'm like 9,148 right now. So if you haven't subbed, which is subscribe, please do. Like, let's get over this hump. Like, I just so appreciate all the consideration and everything that you guys do. Because it's funny, because I'm that supportive of channels I like. Like I do if they need something, I'm like, there are channels that I love, and I do that too. So I understand. It's like talking to you guys with comments, right? Like there are some channels you comment and they don't respond to anybody. Like I don't understand that. Like for me, when I comment on someone's channel, whether it's a roller coaster site or it's some sort of ancient civilization type of a site, I love that shit. But if I write a comment and they respond to me, I'll be real honest. It's a thrill. I like it. It's like, hey, the guy, he's, he knows, he saw I exist, he responded. We have a small, short conversation, and I really appreciate that. So on this end, knowing how I feel when that happens, I try to do it as much as I can with you guys. If you guys have commented on any of my videos, I can't respond to all of them, of course. I can't. It's literally impossible. I'd be up all night, every night. But I respond to, I'd say at least 50, 60%, at least, if not more. Some videos I get to all of them. If it's like a small video, like I have my Dennis Bird video right now. I took that clip from Jets Pod number 90, and I just put that clip out on its own. I just wanted it to live on its own because for me, it was obviously, if you haven't seen it, I get emotional, like sincerely, unexpectedly, I get emotional. So I just said, you know what? Let me put this out just so Dennis Bird you don't have to, it's not buried in some video. I just wanted to honor Bird as much as I could. So, but like on that one, I think I responded to every comment on that one because it's an important one. So I'll even keep going back and responding to people. But anyway, so getting the 10,000 subs is amazing. I can't even believe it. It's amazing to me. I tell you guys, it blows my mind. And I'm so grateful for you guys. I really am. I really am, man. So what is your alien face? I think we're calling you, right? Alien eyes? Isn't that what we call you? Alien head? Alien face, I think. Let's call you alien face. If you want me to call you something else, leave a comment. I'll try to see if I can get it, if I see it, and we'll call you whatever you want. But for now, Alien Face, thank you for the super chat. He says, a must win, not playoff wise, but a must win pride wise. We've lost 13 straight to that jackass Belichick, and it's time for that dog to have his day. Let's go, Jets. Now, is it really 13 in a row? We beat them in 2015, Alien Face. So let's say that's 7 years. Yeah. Ugh. How gross is that? Isn't that like just the worst? Is that the right one? Did that go? Wah, 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 wah. It's just the worst. I could not agree more, Alien Face. I honestly believe, just like you said, of course it has just, seasonal implications, right? Like the division, like it's such an important game. But even more so for us, the New York Jets haven't beaten them in 13 games. We have to get past this. And Zach Wilson has 8 picks in 3 games against these guys. He has to get past this. Like, look, we're shaking off a lot of streaks this year. A lot of streaks. Not least important is we haven't won a division game in 4 years or 5 years, whatever it was. We're 2-1 in our division right now. It's crazy. It's great. And I think this is a huge mile marker for us. This is a big one. We got to get past this. I agree, buddy. I fully agree with what you're saying. If you guys see Alien Face, because it's hard, because you guys are there are so many comments coming in right now. So I'm trying to catch up. So if you see Alien Face, put a comment in there. Somebody try to make sure I see it. Help me. Maybe Jeremy, maybe you could text me if you're still here. And if you see Alien Face says, no, I want to be called Roger. Okay, I don't know. Kev Chada says, GreenBean, you got a different perspective. It'd be cool to see a segment of you and Joe Beningo sometime in a play. Of course, I'd be game, right? I don't know if he has any interest in hanging out with little old GreenBean, but I'd be excited to do something like that. Yeah, man. I'd like to kind of, once I get over 10,000, I'd like to kind of transcend into a little bit more. You know what I really want to do, guys? I really want to get former Jets. That's what I really want to do. I want to give them a platform. Kyle Clifton, Mo Lewis, Sean Ellis, all those guys. Mickey Schuler, Dustin Keller, right? Wouldn't that be great? I'd love to do that. Ethan says, GreenBean, when did you first take on the name GreenBean? Well, I'll tell you real quick, Ethan. This is how it started. I discovered that, like, I was working for AT&T. Now, before AT&T, I've never been on the internet. I was dating this girl one time, loosely dating. I was kind of hanging out with at night with this girl. And she had a computer and the internet. And she was showing, want to know the first ever website I said I wanted to look at? The first ever was Jackie the Joke Man Martling, because he had said it all the time on Howard Stern. And that was the only one that was in my brain. I said, go to Jackie the Joke Man. And she did. And we looked at it, and 56K. It took 25 minutes to even get to the page and everything like that. But so I went, when I worked for AT&T, it was Netscape. And I had never really been on the internet before. So one of the things I found early on was that there are these chat rooms. And the one I was going to at the time was like Yahoo Chat, I think it was. And I found out that there were, like, people said, yeah, you can like look up your interests and see if there's anybody on there talking about it. So I typed in Jets, and there was all these people talking. I'm like, holy shit. Like, this is so cool. I read a bunch of threads, and I'm like, I wanted to chime in. I tried to chime in, and it wouldn't let me because I didn't have an account. So I had to make an account and pick a name. And I picked my real name, Kyle. And somebody had it. And then I was like, it wanted to give me like Kyle 94432. I was like, I don't want that. So then I was like, all right, let me do something like Jets related. I picked a couple things like Jets Rule taken. It was already taken. So I just said, okay, well, let me do Green. It was 11/11, everybody. Make a wish. Okay, there it goes. Made a good wish, guys. So I picked green, like, okay, the Jets, green. And I just said, I got to be unique. Let me, I just said, I'll just rhyme something. I said, green bean. I shit you not. That's how it happened. And it was not taken. So I took it. So I've been green bean since like 1998, 97, maybe 97, 98. That's when I started it. So then when I was green bean on the message board, you see the guy Matthias Simon in here all the time, right? You see Matthias Simon in here. And he was on there on those boards with me. We used to go to a board called, it was Rivals. And great site, by the way. But when it closed down, Matthias started his own board. So like hundreds of us went over with him. We called it Matt's board, but it was called the Greenhouse. So I was with Matt for years. We had tailgates together. We would invite people from all over the country, and it was great, man. And then when that I got all jammed up with heroin and crack, and I lost everything. I wasn't on boards for a few years. And then when I came back, I couldn't find Matt's board. It's just like it disappeared or something. So I looked for another one, and I found Jetnation. That was 2008 into 9. And then I just, Jeremy, thank you. Jeremy said to just call you Alien. No problem. Done. I love it. Alien it is. It's easy enough to remember. Thank you, Jeremy. So yeah, I just kind of kept green bean. I was already green bean over there. Then it's funny because when I went on there, I got like dozens of messages like, hey, are you the green bean from Greenhouse? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, hey, man, we like reconnected and shit because we were talking for years. So think about it. If I started 1997, 98, and I was talking for probably 5 or 6 years, and then I had a few years where I was homeless and everything else. And when I came back in, let's say 2009, let's say 2008, 2009, let's say, there were guys I hadn't talked to in 3 or 4 years, but that I had already developed friendships with for like 5 or 6. So it was great to see it. Like, think about it. Look, we have Sully in here, Youthphoria, right? And then you got Kev Chata and Gitmo Bob and all the guys. You guys see each other all the time. Io and Jetsfan, Ant Jet, Big Green, Kev Chata. Like, you guys see each other all the time. You know each other. Now, granted, we've never met, most of us, but we know each other. We know who likes what, whose tendencies to be a ball buster. We know all that stuff. So it's like, there's a relationship there. You know who you like, which posters you agree with, and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it's interesting. So that's kind of how it happened, man. That's how it happened. And then I'm just green bean. You know what I mean? It's not something I thought about, I'll tell you that. It wasn't like, I'm going to develop a guy named Green Bean and do this and that and this and this. Truth is, even at times, I'm slightly embarrassed by it. Like when I see an old friend or somebody, and like a family member, they're like, Green Bean? What the fuck is that? You're 50 years old. Is that really what you're doing? I'm like, yeah, I am. Youthphoria, thank you for the super chat, buddy. It says, you will get there, Green Bean. You're the real deal Holyfield when analyzing the Jets. Good. Well, thank you, man. That's awesome. I think so, too. No, I'm not right all the time, right? Oh, look, I see it. Well, hold on, Youthphoria. I'll get it. Well, there it is. I see it, too. Thank you. I got it. That's good. I appreciate that. And I appreciate Jeremy helping me out, too. But I think, look, I'm not right all the time. I think I'm right overall. I think my take on things, my view is correct. I think I have the right way to be a fan. That's what I think. I am correct. Now, the specifics, sometimes I nail it, sometimes I don't. And that's good. I prefer that. I don't want to be right all the time. That's stupid. And who wants that? You want you guys to be like, if I'm arguing with you, you got to be right sometimes, right? If we have a discussion and a disagreement, you can't be right all the time. People believe that they can. It's stupid. It's not real. And if you are, then you're delusional. I'm going to tell you right now, if you happen to be a person and you think, wow, I've been in hundreds of debates and I've won every single one of them, then you're delusional. That's the truth. There's no way. Now, somebody might have just stopped and said, yeah, he's ridiculous. I can't even talk to that person. That's possible. So you think you won, but remember that. It's an invaluable truth to remember. If you're in a situation that you think you've won every argument that you've been in years, you're always right, then you're delusional. That's important. It's like the other saying, you think everybody's an asshole. Everybody's an asshole. If you see 3 assholes in one day, you're the 4th. It's that simple. It's you. It's not them. You can't run into that many assholes in one day. Although, this night right here, you see that? That's GreenBean right there. See? That's old GreenBean right there. You know who that is, right? That's Joe the Comic. That's Dave Cyrus. A whole bunch of. But this was, what night was this? This was November 17th. Dude, how crazy is that? 2002. Here's my ticket. Westbury Music Fair. That's George Carlin. We were backstage with George Carlin that night, and that's my comedy company shirt, bag of nuts. This night, he told us, you guys know you have a good act. You guys are good. You know what you're doing. You've made thousands of people laugh. Remember, if you walk into a show and you're bombing miserably, always remember it's them. It's not you. He said, you think 300 assholes can't walk into the same room at the same time? You're wrong. He goes, you can't, believe me, you know your act is good. If they hit you, ride it. Play with it. Play with it. Already know there's nothing you can do. They're assholes. That was that night. George Carlin. November 17th, 2002. So that's 20 years ago in 2 days. I got to remember that. Right? I gotta remember that and commemorate that. Thank you guys for showing me, getting me there. Weird. That's crazy. That was 20 years ago in 2 days. That's nuts. Anyway, yeah, we used to, I used to rub elbows out there, hobnob. Sky C, thank you for the super chat, man. He says, hey, GreenBean, love your show and you. Thank you, Sky C. It feels like Elijah Moore is going to be unleashed in the slot this week. I hope our coaches and team learn from the last Pats game and beat the Pats in their home. Yes, yes. Number one, thank you. I appreciate that. Sincerely, man. Not just lip service. Like, I mean it. Like, it feels great. I got to be honest. I love it. I'm so grateful. But as far as Elijah Moore in the slot, and I've said it a couple times this week, I hate to jinx it, but I have every confidence this is the week that we unleash him. That's how I feel. Now, unleash him could mean 4 catches for 54 yards. That's fine. But unleash him. The damage will be key. First downs, maybe even a touchdown, like something important. I feel like this is the week. We've been grooming him for it. And we probably told him 3 weeks ago, like, hey, dude, just do what we're doing. We're warming up. We're going to unleash you. Just stick with us. Let us get Zach intact. Let us get the rookie going. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Because he looked really great the week before the bye. He was happy. He was positive. He was running hard. Whole different thing than what we were seeing. So here's what I think, though, Sky C. Not only Elijah Moore on the underneath in the middle of the field, I think they're going to hit him. That's what I think. But I think the whole game plan is going to be to take that. If they're giving you 6 yards, take it. They're giving you 4 yards, take it. They're giving you 12 yards, take it. That's what I think we're going to do. And that will create a scenario where we can take advantage of the deeper, like once they see that that's what we're doing, and this is not rocket science, right? We've talked about this, but it's, if we can do that, our running game can beat them. All right. Well, last time we ran the ball 14 times. Can't happen. We need to to balance the offensive attack. James Robinson and Michael Carter, dude, they can do it. We can just bang their heads all day. Once that happens, Zach's, running for 4 yards. We're giving it to Michael Carter. He's getting 7 yards. We're doing that. And then we're throwing it over a lot, over the middle to Elijah Moore and all that kind of. Once we do that, then the deeper stuff's going to open up too. I'm telling you, we're going to beat the shit out of them. That's what I think. Hey, Boy Green. What's up, Boy Green? Paul Esden Jr. You guys know him. You know and love him just like I do. He says, freaking GreenBean in the gosh darn green room, baby. Looking real sweet, brother. Awesome. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, right? With the blue light in front and it's kind of muddy right now. Let me see something. How's that? Let me see. No. Oof. Yellow. Is that purple? What do you think? No. How about off? Is that okay? I like it on. But maybe I can lower it a little bit. Let me see. How does that work? No, it's not really working. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate that, Paul. We're getting there with it. I still got sound issues. I still got lighting issues. I still got all kinds of stuff. I don't really know what I'm doing with my new equipment, but I'll get there. And I appreciate you stopping by, my friend, sincerely. It's nice to see Boy Green in the house, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was on his show the other day, and we were talking about Elijah Moore. Who'd you have on? Will Parkinson, I think it was. Yeah, it's good, great show. Listen to almost the whole thing. And yeah, Elijah Moore. Think about this, guys. We've been really showing that our offense is loaded, right? Garrett Wilson, even when Corey Davis was healthy. Corey Davis, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Michael Carter, the tight ends, Berrios. And over the past few weeks, like Garrett Wilson, even Denzel Mims getting into it. We've been doing all this with Elijah Moore in our back pocket. Dude, an electric, explosive player that, in truth, is probably the best wide receiver we would have had in the last 5-6 since 2015. So they were still here 2016. So let's say from 2017 until now. So for 5 or 6 years, Elijah Moore would have been the best receiver on any one of those teams, without question. He's in our back pocket. That's how loaded we are. And I think it's this week. I really do. And you don't want to force it, right? You don't want to force it. But I think that the game plan is going to be designed to get the ball in that guy's hands, and he's going to eat the Patriots for lunch. That's what I think. Sully said I look like a healthier Kurt Cobain. That's funny. That's right, Alien. Being wrong is important. Prove paves the way to a learning moment. Totally. That's the truth of it. Chris KV checking back in. Thank you, Chris. He says, is there something about MetLife that makes it harder for the Jets to play than on the road? Not complaining about the streak, but it's interesting. I don't know. I've actually pondered such things. Like, honest to God, Chris, I don't think MetLife provides quite the same home field advantage as stadiums, even just like Giant Stadium. Like Giant Stadium, I keep dropping shit. Hold on. Sorry, Giant Stadium, and I've shared this with you guys. Was like a tight bowl, and it was like designed to kind of be an encapsulated enclosure, even though it had no roof. It was just very like we were closer to the field. The upper deck was lower, I think it pretty much boils down to like the top of where Giant Stadium is about the beginning of where the new upper tier starts. So of course they wanted to fit more seats, and I understand that. That's fine. But the way they did it was like they pushed the sideline further so the fans are further away. And then they raised it high. I'm telling you, I sat the second to last row a couple years ago. I sat in the second to last row, I swear to you, it felt like I wasn't even at the game. I'm not even kidding. I'm not being melodramatic or exaggerating. It was silent up there. Now, it sucked because we were losing, so there's that. Actually, no, we were winning that game. That was the Buffalo game, the opening day, 2019. We were 16-0 for almost the whole game until the fourth quarter. Then we lost 17-16, whatever the hell it was. Miserable. But, dude, I'm telling you, that whole time, Chris, I felt like we weren't even there. Like we were having I was with my son. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It was just not the same. Not the same. And even though the past few weeks I've heard and seen and been told and that MetLife was rocking, but I think MetLife rocking is probably Giant Stadium at 60%. That's what I think. Something like that. Don't forget the Giant Stadium wind that we were able to open the doors and like really screw up people's, like it was our home field advantage. We could leave the wind going. Leave the wind. Don't take the wind away. So it's one of those things, man. Like, I don't know if it's harder. Look, we're undefeated on the road. That's incredible. And we've won the last two, right? At home. So that's good. But yeah, our losses are all at home, aren't they? Right. We got lost to the Ravens, Bengals, Pats. That's what it is. Crazy. I don't know if there's something more to it than that, but I do think it's harder stadium to really get rocking. I felt that every time I've been there. And the first time I was there, it was against the Jaguars in 2016. It was a fun game. Kind of slow, but we saw some touchdowns. It was a good game. We won, so it was good. But even then, I was probably midway of the upper deck at that one, maybe like midway up. It was a little better, and it was packed. But still, it just felt like we were really far away, man. Like farther than I think it should be, in my opinion. Just didn't feel right. So, yeah, and MetLife, I don't like how you can't just walk around the stadium. I like that, man. Maybe I'm old. I don't know. Why the hell are we all sectioned off? Like, what is that? That bothers the hell out of me. It's like weird and hard. You can't get over here unless you go over there. Like, I like Giant Stadium. You walk in, and wherever the hell you got to go, you just walk. You can get anywhere from anywhere. I like that. That's me. What's up, Radigan? Our buddy from Chicago checking in. Hey, let's just stay positive. Jet up. I'm with you, Chris. I believe, man. I really do. I believe, and I think it's realistic to believe in this team. It's realistic to believe in these guys right now. What an amazing thing. Dude, we're 6-3 at the halfway point. And we're coming out of the bye, and we're getting dudes back. Not many. Max Mitchell coming back is fantastic. We'll get Corey Davis back in a little while. I don't think he's practicing. I know Fant isn't practicing. But shit, giving guys with bumps and bruises a couple weeks to heal. We've been playing hard, man. Give C.J. Mosley and Quinnen Williams a moment to breathe. Get their muscles back in shape, All those guys. Garrett Wilson, everybody else. So yeah, I think positive is the way to go, Bradigan. Chris KV checking back in. GreenBean plus Boy Green equals ratings, baby. Yeah, I love getting the chat with Boy Green. He's the man. Told you, Boy Green was among, if not the first Jets podcast I ever listened to, I ever heard. The Jet Zone. Like I said, I found Matt O'Leary early on, all around the same time, but I'm fairly confident Boy Green was first. And I never thought I could talk to him and shit. I thought he was like a big famous reporter. What the hell do I know? I didn't know he was so cool and accessible to us. I didn't know. So let's see. Jason Edwards checking in again. I'm tired of Bill. I'm telling you, man. I'm sick of it. And I'm surprised that the NFL isn't. Why do they keep one? Number one, he's a piece of shit. Number two, he's clearly a cheater. Number three, without Tom Brady, he's very pedestrian. He's just kind of run of the mill. He's good. Can we stop with this guy already? Can we just let him play equal footing? Don't give him the benefit of the doubt. Don't let him do things that you don't let other teams do. I'm surprised that the NFL isn't like really looking toward kind of promoting the younger guys. Even at quarterback with Tom Brady, dude, enough. What does this guy have to do to fucking appease his ego? What does he have to accomplish? What? The only 50-year-old quarterback in history to win? Like what? You know what I mean? These guys, it's just greed. It's greed and ego and everything ugly. It's just ugly, dude. Get out. Let somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and the NFL should be doing that. Promote the young coach, the young quarterback. Let's go. Changing of the guard, man. Young, exciting. Ablab, what's up, man? Checking back in. Thank you, Ablab. I appreciate the super chat. He says, feels like we will run the ball down their throats. Zach is going to get some of that run action too. New England can't deal with mobile quarterbacks, but Elijah will get some touches and some yard after the catch. That is perfectly said. And like, it's so funny, Ablab, how last time we literally didn't run. 14 runs, 44 dropbacks. 2 for a quarterback who was clearly struggling. 44 dropbacks. Now he had 41 attempts. He had a couple rushes. He had a sack, whatever it was. So it's like, you know, this game plan has to be predicated on punching them right in their damn gut all day long. Now, they're going to key on it right away. You're going to have to loosen it up. You're going to have to do some creative things and get them on their heels a little bit. But the truth is, look, Buffalo knew we were running that whole drive, and we just ran on them anyway. Matter of fact, Dom C, in our breakdown for the Beanbaggers, did a great job pointing out that the Jets literally ran the same play 3 times in a row. And we got 4 to 6 yards, maybe even 7, I think was one, every time. Think about that. They knew we were coming. Same play. And then what they did on the 4th play is they ran the same alignment, even with the same guys pulling, and they went the other way. Michael Carter went around the edge. And I think he got 15 or 12 or something like that on that play. It's amazing. And that's what we got to show the Patriots. You know what? On second thought, we're just going to slowly and methodically beat you to death. That's what we're going to do. And then once they believe that's what we're doing, we're going to throw one to Garrett Wilson for 45 yards and a touchdown. I'd like to see every single person on our team get a touchdown. Denzel Mims, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Braxton Berrios, right? Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzoma, Michael Carter, James Robinson. What receiver did I forget? I feel like I forgot somebody there. Well, Corey Davis is hurt, but I want everybody. I'd love to see it. I'd love it. Like a party in Foxborough for where all their fans can finally watch what we have to friggin' watch every time they come to town. You know what I mean? Sick of them. Iowa Jets fan is leaving because he's sick. Hey, man, I hope you feel better, buddy. Sincerely, I hope you feel better. Let's have some respect. Kelly, what are you drinking tonight? Cheating is good. Bill Belichick's the GOAT. He's not the GOAT. He's a piece of shit. No, he's won a lot of games. He's won the most Super Bowls. He's a confirmed cheater, Kelly. I'm entertaining the idea that you're being facetious. I'm entertaining that because I like you. I happen to like you. I appreciate some things that you say. So I'm going to give you some benefit of the doubt, Kelly. But come on. He's a bad person, dude. Him and Saban. They're like, they're like the penguin. Evil penguin in Batman. But yeah, I mean, look, dude, a guy that gets caught cheating that much, piece of garbage. Because you know what? Other teams aren't. Like, that's the thing. When one guy's cheating, and like there's a rules of engagement, man. Rules of engagement. Uphold them. He doesn't. He doesn't care. He steamrolls it. And again, without the greatest quarterback in the league and without the AFC East being the worst division in football, think about that. For 15 years, they got 6 almost free victories every year. The Jets were terrible, the Finns were terrible, and the Bills were terrible. They got 6 victories almost every year. Now, every now and then, the Dolphins would beat them once, or we beat them in 2015, and the Bills would usually play them hard no matter how bad they were, and they'd squeeze out a victory. But at worst, 4 or 5 every single year. Imagine that, getting 4 to 6 almost free guaranteed victories every year. No other team gets that. They're getting benefit from the NFL. I mean, it's not even up for debate. Like, it's not even questionable. Like, it is a known fact that Patriots players they're given benefit of the doubt with penalties, particularly those guys protecting Tom Brady. And the evidence is very clear. Look at when their offensive linemen go and they sign the free agent contract and they go somewhere else. Mankins, like, they might be okay. They're good players, but they don't have the same career. No way, because they're not allowed to hold anymore. They're not allowed to, like, cheat. It's bullshit. That said, of course, he's a brilliant football mind, and I'm not taking any of that away. But in my opinion, it's tainted. Now, he doesn't give a shit. Of course, he doesn't care. And Patriots fans don't care. And Tom Brady doesn't care. Nobody cares. But I'm just saying what's true. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, Kelly. You know what I mean? Let's see what else we got here. There you go. Being facetious, I know. Let's see. Rob Broadhead. What's up, Rob? Thank you for the super chat. He says, I'm Funkadelic. Just joined Beanbaggers. Yeah. Watched and appreciated enough of your content. You deserve my money. Well, Rob, thank you. I appreciate that. This week, with this Wednesday, we don't have anything. We'll hang out on Discord, but next week, I think it's now. Let me see the calendar here. I think next week is the classic game watch party. I think that's next week. Oh, come on. 23. Yeah. Nope. It's the following one. There's 5 Wednesdays this month. So that's weird. So we'll do something next week too. We'll get together and do something, some sort of breakdown, hangout. But then on the 30th, we'll do the classic game watch party. We haven't even decided what game it is. I got the guys and girls, and the Beanbaggers gave me a list of games to choose from. So we'll see which one it is. That's fun, man. Sometimes we get 12 people in there for the game. Sometimes we get 4. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is, whoever can come. But it's a blast. I'm glad. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that and the super chat. If you guys would like to join the Beanbaggers, by all means, click the link in the description that says join the Beanbaggers. It's greatly appreciated, and you get extra stuff. Basically, it's a lot of access to me, a lot of hangout. And let me tell you guys this. I got a new company that I'm working with, right? So here they are, Liquid IQ. Let me tell you about them for a minute. It's basically the energy drink the hydration drink that you've always wanted. I'm telling you that. I'm going to tell you, I just told a story on a video. This is a true story. This is it. Liquid IQ hydration multiplier. That's what they are. It makes 1 bottle of water into like 3 as far as electrolytes and hydration go. So I never heard of this company. They contacted me, said, can we send you some stuff so you can try it and see what you think? I said, yeah, sure. So it comes in the mail. My wife opens it and sees it and goes, hey, I didn't know you liked Liquid IV. I said, I don't know. They're a potential sponsor or something. She goes, dude, we love this stuff. Her and her boss, whenever they go work out at Orange Theory and Spin Class and whatever, this is what they drink. They pour this into their water. It's like they don't use Powerade, none of the energy drinks, none of that shit. It's this. This is the brand. This is the stuff. This one here happens to be lemon lime. That's the one I like. I'm not big on passion fruit and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, This is the stuff. My wife was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I love it. And her boss, every day they use this. That's the only one they use. Isn't that crazy? So what do I know? I'm not in the know. So my wife loves it. Her boss loves it. My sister-in-law said the same thing. So, holy cow, I love a Liquid IV. So right now, if you would like to grab, if you already drink it or you use it or you're thinking about you don't want to drink all the sugar in Gatorade and Powerade and all that stuff, right here, you just buy these hydration multipliers and you can click on the link in the description and get 20% off by using my promo code GreenBean Jetsfan. Why not? Right? Like, honestly, there's one person that contacted me already and they said, dude, I buy this every month. Every month I buy it. Like they get a whole bunch of these bags. There's like what? How many of these? One stick, faster hydration than water alone. There is 16, I think it says. 16 of these in here. It's non-GMO too. But there's 16 of those packets in one bag, it looks like. I might be wrong, but I think it's 16. And they buy it every month. And so they get like 4 or 5 of those, whatever it is, or 2 of those. And then, so now they get 20% off. If it's $50, now you get 20% off. It's $10 off. You know what I mean? If you buy it $100, $20 off, man. Why not? So anyway, that's Liquid IV, everybody. My sponsor of the week for this show. And I appreciate it. If you do that, it helps me. But yeah, I appreciate it. Liquid the Fourth. See, look, Dio says that's the best stuff out. That's what I'm hearing, man. Dude, let me tell you, my wife was legitimately excited. Like, holy shit. Her boss, like, she called him and said, hey, guess what? I gave them a whole bunch of it because they sent me a few bags of that. So I said, yeah, sure, take it. I don't know. And you know me with the damn energy drinks. I'm literally phasing that out. I can't do it, man. I can't do energy drinks anymore. Maybe one every now and then, once in a while. But this is the stuff. I drink this during a day. I drink one a day for the last couple, maybe a week and a half. So anyway, yeah, Liquid IV from Stud City. Right. The Dark Soldier says, I'm literally drinking IV right now, pineapple yuzu. Is that Liquid IV? Is that the one? So this one's lemon lime, like I said. This is the one I like. But, passion fruit and mango, I just never liked those flavors. I like I'm old school, like cherry. You know what I mean? Like cherry Starburst. That's me. So yeah. So, hey, the promo code's in the link. The link and the promo code are in the description. And you can save 20%. So that's that. Sully says, my whole family uses that stuff. It's the truth. It's crazy, isn't it? Let's see what else we got here. I'll answer a couple more, then I got to go. Then we'll go. Jay Perez says, I love you, GreenBean. You're the best. Well, thank you, Jay. Thank you. I appreciate that. For real. Let's hey, what's he saying? By the way, back him and buy but what is that? Wait a minute. Snoopy or Smooshy Booshy. I don't know what you're saying, Smooshy. If you don't like it, don't fucking buy it, man. That's certainly not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? If that's what, just know that. Let's see. Anyway, let's see. Well, Brian, it's going to take a minute, right? I mean, they have an energy drink version. I don't have that though, but I heard about it. Somebody told me it's excellent. Like as far as the energy, I don't always, look, truth is I drink these monsters. They don't even do anything anymore. That's why you see the coffee cup I drink. Look at this thing. Look at the size of this fucking cup. This is what I drink. This is like, we make these. These are huge. This is an entire bottle of like freeze-dried Bustelo. So my wife literally drilled holes in the caps and we just make huge iced coffees now. I'll do that. You know what I mean? I got to do something, man. let's see. Kelly McTavish checking back in. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. He says, seriously, I hope we beat the Pats so bad. Worst loss in NFL history. And Bill gets hit by a vehicle on the way home and can never. Oh, Kelly. I think Kelly's drinking tonight. That's what I think. You're on the edge. Now, obviously, like I've shared with you before, I'm pretty brutal when it comes to my feelings on players. Like, I hope everybody fails. That's just kind of how I am. It's the kind of fan I am. I grew up that way. We were ball busters, and it's kind of what I do. But that's in the NFL world. Like, I want you to fail miserably if you're not on the Jets. Or if you're a Jet and you left, fuck you. Like, that's how I feel. But that's in the NFL world. Once we get out of that, I'm certainly not rooting for pain or people to, have, loss. And I'm not. That's a whole different thing. People say that, how could you talk about, he's a father? I'm like, not on the football field. He's not. What are you talking about? He's a father. Who cares? Now, out in the real world, of course. It's like that. Remember that thing? I forget who it was that was interviewed. They were talking about Dick Butkus. And they're doing one of those NFL films thing, talking about how good he was and all that shit. And one of his their friends comes on, an opposing player, offensive lineman, I think he was. He says, Dick Butkus and I were I think, best man in the wedding kind of a thing. Really close friends. And he said, on the football field, there was a play where, they blocked, whatever they did. And when Dick Butkus stood up, he stepped on my chest, stepped on me, and walked off. And he said, what was that after the game? What's that? He goes, yeah, it's on the field, buddy. Like, it's war. I hate you on the field. Isn't that crazy? Such a great, and I obviously paraphrase, but it was such a great quote. I know, I think that too. Young Stench, Kelly McTavish might need some liquid IV. Rehydrate with my hydration multiplier. And their technology is called cellular transport technology. See? That's their gig. It's more than just electrolytes. It's different. There's a lot going on there. Dick Cramp loves Bustelo. I know I don't particularly like Bustelo, if I'm being honest. But it's so easy, dude. Like, I grind my own beans. I got a whole thing. I time, like, I French press it. I actually time it. Like, I know to the minute, to the second, I mean. Like, we do fresh ground beans, French press, boiling water, French press. And then it's 4 minutes in the French press, not a second longer, not a second less. Dude, the best. And I'm a medium roast guy. So it's like really good coffee, man. I don't like dark and all that shit. But this is so easy. 2 scoops and it's like, bing. It's so packed with caffeine. So anyway, it's good stuff. Dio, good question. And then we'll end it. But real quick, Dio, I'll get right back. Kelly McTavish says, hey, forgive me. He's cooped up. He's cooped up. You got to give him a little leeway. Okay, I understand, Kelly. Let's see. All right, so last one, Dio. He says, who would you rather sweep, the Bills or the Pats, if you could only choose one, right? So who would I rather sweep? I got to say, without question, without even thinking about it, the Pats. Oh, no. The Bills are Finns. I can't sweep the Pats. Right. Duh. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me figure it out. Finns, without question. The Finns are my number one rival. But Bill Belichick, I hate Bill Belichick, man. I just think he's a piece of dog shit. And it's time, it's time. But I had to say the Finns, Dio. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It's 11. That's 2 hours, an hour and 20 minutes. I said I would do an hour. Damn it, I'm so bad. Ronald Perry likes his coffee light brown. I know I'm a light to medium roast, man. All these people think dark roast is stronger. It's not. It's actually weaker. And dark roasts, just so you know, like Starbucks and all that, dark roasts are where they hide the less quality beans, because the reason that it's dark is because it's cooked longer. It's burnt. That's literally what it is. And so they can there's less differentiation between high quality and low quality when you get like toward the dark end. So they can hide lesser quality beans there. When you have light roast or medium, if you put bad beans in there, it tastes like shit. Gotta have good beans on a light roast. So there you go. There you go. There it is. Guys, I want to thank you for stopping by. This was a fun one. After Hours Jets Fest. We're going to go into this week. We're calling it Revenge Week. That's what this one is. Revenge Week. Let's go into Foxborough and go for blood. We're out for blood, pain, drubbing, slaughter, crime scene. That's what we want up there. And we're going to be out here. We'll be watching it. Jeremy and I will be doing the Jetnation live stream for the game. As you guys know, you can find it on Jetnation's YouTube or GreenBean's YouTube, this one here. You can go either one, and we do appreciate it. We'll have some more videos. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button if you didn't. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Like was said earlier by Mr. Broadhead, if you'd like to join the Beanbaggers and have some more access and private stuff and fun, really great group. And they're talking every day. We talk every day in there. You can join the Beanbaggers by clicking the link in the description. And don't forget, dude, Liquid IV. It's the way to do it. If you're drinking, like any of those hydration drinks, this is the way to go. And you can save 20% with my promo code GreenBean Jetsfan, which is all in the description as well. And I appreciate it. Thank you. The last one, Jason Edwards says, our front four will dominate this game. JFM paired with Quinn in 95 in the interior. Matt Jones will fall apart. Well, let me just say this, Jason. I agree 100%. Quinnen Williams ate Cole Strange's lunch. Ate his lunch. I think they're going to be out for blood. I think they're going to be possessed. The worst thing in the world would be to watch these guys come out flat. I honestly don't see it. I'm knocking on wood. I honestly don't see it. I think we're going to see it, Jason. That's what I think. Robert S. wants blood. There you go. Youthforia says there will be blood. Hey, is that the Stephanie? Hey, Stephanie. Are you the Stephanie? You know what I mean. Is that her, Dark Soldier? Is that what it is? Murder, Dio. Murder. I'm going to wait for that answer, Soldier or Stephanie. Are you the Stephanie? Dark Soldier, is that the Stephanie? Let's see. Well, they are overly aggressive. The good news is our back end is solid, dude. Super. I mean, they're the best. Sauce, DJ Reed, and Michael Carter II. And we saw Michael Carter II had 2 picks in that game. One was removed, but he had 2 picks. It's not a joke. Yes, that's her. Okay, good. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to see you, Stephanie. Oh, there she is. You saying damn right. There you go. I don't know what that is. But anyway, Stephanie, I'm glad you stopped by. So it's going to death by mutilation. We're going to end with that. Guys, have a great night. I'm really happy that you were here. With that all said, have a great rest of the week. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.
I think he's going to be day one, a violent vertical edge setter.
You competing today? I see some gas on the edge. Get that mindset to put your shoulder on somebody. Dig, drop. You're finished. Hey, burn down. This is weird, kid. Worse than last time.
I love Jets fans. You name one other organization that deals with the shit that we deal with and is still this passionate. Sure, you got the little segments, the dog pound. But look at the Patriots fans. They just had 20 years of there are kids, there are 20, 21-year-old, 25-year-old people in this world that are Patriots fans who have never known losing. Never in their entire lifetime. They were born into this Belichick-Brady thing, and they have consistently won. They've won 6 Super Bowls. They've been to 9 or whatever it is. And then when they didn't get in there, they were the AFC Championship game or the semifinals or whatever. And what happens the year that Tom Brady leaves? Dude, you have droves of people leaving the Patriots. These are diehard Pats fans. This is what they have. Diehard Pats fans going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. Why? Because I'm a fucking fan of Tom Brady. Bullshit. What is that? This is when the Colts had Peyton Manning waiting there because he didn't come out the year before because Parcells, our brilliant head coach, decided not to tell Archie Manning he couldn't guarantee that he would take his kid first. It's just the stupidest thing. You know, history could have been totally different for us, Jets fans. But it's not. And it sucks because Parcells is one of the greatest coaches we've ever had, if not the greatest. So how can you complain? You can't. I hate that prison cell. I hate it. I want to yell. I want to bitch about it. But I can't because Parcells was good. Traded back. Got James Farrier and Dedrick Ward out of that one. That's what I think.